We expect 2 of them to make their Fighting Irish debuts here tonight. Malaya Coles, the graduate forward transfer from Wake Forest, and Ayanna Moore, the graduate guard transferring from Vanderbilt. Coles doubled in this building last season, playing for the Demon Deacons, 55% shooter from the field, and Moore averaged more than 12 points per game as a 30-game starter with Vanderbilt. Neil Ivey expects them to play limited minutes tonight as their cardio gets back up to speed, but certainly the Irish glad to have them both back.
Okay, Tyler, thank you. Irish quickly off the tip. Sanchez already on the board for Notre Dame.
Right away, and that's the pace you can expect to see from the Irish. They are going to push it down the floor.
Yes, they do. Here comes Akron the other way. They're 0-2 this season, 2 losses to South Alabama and Robert Morris. As here goes Hannah Hidalgo. She's averaging 3.5 of those a game, and she's got 1 already. She's on the board.
Stealing machine.
Here's a look at the starting lineup for Notre Dame. DeJesus, Hidalgo, Prosper, Bransford, and Sanchez as Akron is on the board. They lob it in. Prosper, she's in behind and finishes the layup.
They always have someone under the basket waiting down below.
Yep, here's a look at the starting 5 for Akron tonight. Murphy, Brew, Mitchell. Looks like McGuff in there as well. So same 5 for Akron as Hidalgo's on the drive, and she's got 4 early points.
And the aggression as well, so going to expect to see a lot from her tonight and throughout the season.
McGuff had it taken away by Hidalgo. She's out in transition quickly. McGuff can't get there, and Hidalgo lays it in.
Like I said, like an Energizer bunny, just bringing the energy.
Mitchell will inbound. A couple more notes on her, so 16.5 points a game as she turns it over. And Hidalgo again. It's a 10-point lead for Notre Dame, 8-0 run, and an early timeout for Akron. Weigel now.
You see them trying to get to the lane there.
And a nice finish from Naira Clark at the rim.
We saw just there, they're setting a lot of inside screens, trying to open up the lane, allow more of their teammates to drive down low and get some looks off the glass.
Here's Bransford, whips a pass inside for Sanchez. It was deflected and taken away. So a couple steals for Akron now, and another for Hidalgo. She lays it in, and she's already in double figures with over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now on the drive comes Brew, and she lays it in. So a couple of nice possessions now for Akron after some tough sledding early on. Here's DeJesus. Her drive doesn't end in a score, but she's fouled.
Yeah, we take a look at that. Hannah just knows exactly where that ball's going to go when she dribbles it and is able to tap it out without fouling.
Transfer from Vanderbilt, who was named to the All-SEC second team a season ago after averaging 12.5 points. At the line is DeJesus. She makes the first. Spent the first 4 years of her career at Duke. Averaged just 3.1 points per game last year, so a massive step forward. Wiggle for 3, missed it. Prosper tips the rebound to DeJesus, and she's on the run. Drops it off, Prosper, a little Euro step, and she finishes.
Great Euro step there. Before that, we saw Vanessa's handles as she wrapped behind the back to get that ball to Prosper, putting her in the perfect position to make that little Euro step move.
Reed was fouled by Moore. Averaging 4 a game this year for the Zips. Second one also no good. Fight for the rebound, taken by Hidalgo. Now DeJesus out for Hidalgo. Under 10 on the shot clock. Hidalgo step back 3. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound taken by Mitchell. And she's quickly the other way. Pull up jumper, it was poked away. Up ahead is DeJesus. And she missed the layup. And then fouled on the way down. Here's Mitchell. Just muscling her way at Bransford and laying it in. Strong drive from Mitchell. Lob it in, Hidalgo in some space. Surveying inside, and the pass was errant. Now Akron trying to get it back to single digits. McGuff. Here's the three. That was blocked. Callaway was turned away. Now Hidalgo on the break. Drops it off. Bransford. And the foul.
And one.
Bransford at the line now. He's just under a 65% free throw shooter. Makes that one there. Last time out, Bransford, as you see there, first career double-double. Another player who's taken a step forward for the Irish this season, averaging 17 a game to go with 9 rebounds. Hidalgo on the break again. Oh, crafty finish. And Hidalgo's got 12.
Another Euro step there by Hannah Hidalgo.
Junior transfer from Bowling Green. She's a combo guard. Averaging 6.5 a game this year. Sinks the first one. And rims out on the second. Prosper, and she traveled. Here's McGuff defended by Prosper. Nice spin move to shake her, but Prosper rejects her. Big block from Prosper.
Yeah, you see McGuff get past her, almost had her clear out, but Prosper's right behind in the perfect position to get her hand on the ball for a clean block there.
Stepped in and took it there. Clark has it now, and a foul away from the ball. Looking for a 5th and 6th here. Makes the second one.
Notre Dame looking to set up their offense here, get a play going.
Some variance in their pace of play. Some possessions fast, some slow. This is a slower one. Moore for 3. And an air ball. Hidalgo nearly the save. And Moore does track it down. Now Hidalgo in the corner. 3 seconds to shoot. Got to get one off. Spinning and scoring. That is electric from Hidalgo. Brew on the drive. Walled off there by DeJesus. Reed, inside it's Clark. Strong finish.
Nice. Had to get a basket there right before the clock.
And that will be how the first quarter ends. Notre Dame 25, Akron 12. Hannah Hidalgo.
Niele Ivey has stressed throughout her years at Notre Dame getting players closer to home with recent trips for the teams to schools like NJIT and Lafayette with so many New Jersey natives on the squad, and now a chance for KK to play against some family here tonight.
Always love to see that, Tyler. And we probably will not see Kaylee tonight for the Zips. She has not played yet this season. But KK making an impact for Notre Dame. Like we mentioned earlier, big step forward for her this season. Junior's averaging 17 a game for the Irish. Hidalgo had the steal on the other end. She's got it now for Notre Dame with 5 on the shot clock. Fancy moves, the floater, and an offensive foul again. Second charge drawn today.
Didn't quite see that defender who had their feet set. They were ready.
Swing it to the corner with a pump fake and a mid-range jumper is Brew, but she was off. Offensive rebound, stays with the Zips. Brew again for 3. This time she connects. Sanchez now finds Hidalgo for 3. A little off that time. Rebound Akron. Here comes Reed. Hidalgo nearly ran through it. Reed stays with. Now Mitchell nearly had it taken away.
Good save there by Mitchell to keep her dribble alive.
Reed on the drive, muscling her way in and scoring. Strong drive to lose Sanchez there and score. Hidalgo, that's too easy. 10-point lead for Notre Dame, her 16th points of the game.
Always finding a way to get to the lane. We're seeing that from both teams a lot right now. They're really utilizing the paint.
Reed a 3. And she hits. Back-to-back triples for the Zips. And Niele Ivey needs a timeout. Yes, they are. 8-2 run for the Zips, as you see there. Notre Dame trying to get themselves back in gear. Hidalgo is rejected. And the rebound, Vasicki.
Like I said, they're using that momentum. They're really going to start pushing the pace here.
Here comes Brew, dropping it off. Vasicki kisses it off the glass. Finds DeJesus wide open. She can't connect. Rebound Akron. Clark came down with it, but was stripped by Bransford. Now here she comes. DeJesus resetting. Hidalgo thought about the three. Now pulls it back out. Whips it over Radigan. Her three. Not that time. Tipped out. Hidalgo the offensive rebound. Now she takes a three. Three from the same spot. And that time they hit it. Some numbers for Akron. Vasicki, pull up three. No hesitation, missed it short. Hidalgo the rebound. Ahead of the pack, 2-on-1 for Notre Dame. Hidalgo stepping through. Oh my goodness! That is elite stuff from Hidalgo.
Let's have a look at that. Dribbles the ball down the floor, pushing the pace, another Euro step again, and that high spot off the glass going down and getting herself to the line once again.
It is the Hidalgo show right now. Keeping Notre Dame afloat. You see the stats there.
Come on, defense! Defense!
Chasing is Hidalgo in the corner. Good defense from Notre Dame. Stays with the Zips.
Time-wise, pushing the clock there.
Got to get a shot off, and they won't do it. Akron have not scored in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Here's Sanchez. Finds Hidalgo. Deep three. Why not? 25 for Hidalgo.
Putting
Irish
on an
lead
absolute
by
show
14.
tonight.
Another steal for Hidalgo. Here she comes in transition. Inside. You have got to be kidding me.
I mean, when that ball is in her hands, she's not letting anyone get it from her. She says, that's mine, and I'm going to take it right into the basket. No stopping her at all.
And goes to the line looking for her 28th.
Seriously, Jack, outrageous, outlandish. Like, we need some more words here.
We really do, and she's played just 15 minutes. In any case, though, here comes Akron. McGuff spinning, pump faking, stepping through, missing. Sanchez the rebound. Up ahead for more. DeJesus resetting. Here comes Sanchez, and she was fouled on the drive. Sanchez, the Barcelona, Spain native and Kansas State transfer. Played 27 games for them last year, averaged 4.2 points and 3 boards a game. So just another player that's stepping up. Just discarding Radigan and scoring.
Really pushing it to the paint, getting to the rim there.
Let's see it, Irish! Come on!
7 points for Brew on 3 of 5 from the field. More for 3. That time it's pure. And now Akron responds with their own 3. It's Reed again. Irish will shoot again. It's Moore now from the line. So she just got on the board with her first points in a Notre Dame jersey. And she's got one more there. She makes the first. Trying to bring that to Notre Dame. She gets both free throws there. Clark now defended well by Coles. Forced to give it up, Reed. Clark on the inside, and she lays it in. She's got 6 points on 3 of 4 from the floor. Moore tried the anticipatory pass, and it was intercepted. Murphy for Brew, one more to the corner. Here's a 3, and it goes down again. Radigan misses from the corner. Rebound by Tirani. By Reed. Her 3. First miss in 5 shots for the Zips, but the putback right there. and Akron is back within 12. Moore looking
like
for options.
We're trying to set something up here.
5 on the shot clock, stepping through, couldn't finish with the left. Rebound Murphy, but it was taken away, and Bransford with a strong finish.
And that is what Bransford does. She's so dominant down low, able to get through defenders and make her way to the basket and connect.
Coles now with the steal. 5 to go, Irish can get one off. DeJesus from half court, nearly made it.
And that speaks a lot on a team's defense when you're able to hold one of the other team's star players to only 4 points in a whole half.
Hidalgo been a big part of that as she starts the second half with the ball in her hand. Sanchez inside, Prosper double teamed, but escapes and drops it in. Good start for Notre Dame. Mitchell trying to get by Sanchez, and does. Banked in. DeJesus now with Hidalgo. Rejects the screen, now step back 3. And she's fouled on the 3, so she'll go to the line for 3. So 3 coming for Hidalgo. Makes the first. And she makes the second one. So 30 points for Hidalgo now. That ties the Notre Dame program record for 30-point games in a career. Add that to the list of Hidalgo accolades. And Hidalgo nearly had her 8th steal, but it's a jump ball again. This time it goes with the Irish. Get it to Radigan. Hidalgo off the screen. Here she goes on the drive and turned it over. Good defense that time for Brew, and she comes the other way. Mitchell for 3. Missed it short. Akron offensive rebound. Clark right back up and in.
Good putback by Clark there. She gives herself 2 powerful dribbles to lift herself off 2 feet right over the top there and get it in.
DeJesus on the drive and drops in the left-handed. So notable with 6:25 to go and an Irish defense that plays very aggressive. Here's Reed on the drive. Snaking her way in and banking it in.
Strong
Nice
move
finish.
as she's able to get around the back, extend her arm.
Trying to find Hidalgo, they do. Drops it inside, Coles, nice move, and she's fouled on her way to the basket. Misses the first free throw there. Coles drops the second free throw, and those are her first points in a Notre Dame jersey and her first game for the Irish. Had a double-double against Notre Dame in South Bend last season. In a game her Demon Deacons lost. Hidalgo to Coles. Inside for Bransford. Spinning and traveling. Akron now trying to continue to cut into this lead. They trail by just 14. Reed on the drive. Turned it over. Hidalgo, another steal. Out in transition she goes. DeJesus fouled. Hidalgo on the follow. Hidalgo leading the break once again. Surveys her options. And a 3-second violation. Here's Mitchell, who we just talked about. Nearly lost it. And running through the lane is Coles. She's out on the break and misses the layup. Hidalgo has the offensive rebound, though. Her three-pointer. Hidalgo hits from the corner. She's got 36 points.
She is just on a roll, and what an impressive shot from the corner down there to get her career high. I mean, so impressive. Ended up on the floor. Tenacity, total tenacity.
Here comes Hidalgo. Now to Jesus, inside for Sanchez. Nice pass.
Total dime there. Talk about court vision, and that's what De Jesus does. Very much a facilitator of this team.
Yeah, first assist of the game. 12th steal for Hidalgo. Here she comes in transition, and she's fouled. So she'll go to the line for her 6th and 7th free throws.
Well, this must be her lucky day.
As she makes the first free throw. Yeah, November 12th, a pretty good day for Hannah Hidalgo.
12 steals on the 12th.
Not bad. .38 points for Hidalgo. And another steal. Here she comes, and she is fouled hard from behind by Vasicki. But she makes the second. 39 points, 13 steals, and 8 rebounds. As Sanchez is ahead of the pack, and Hidalgo into the record books. She ties Jewel Lloyd and Ruth Riley for the program record in points in a game with 41. 7-0 run for Notre Dame.
Making history here tonight.
And another turnover.
Standing ovation for Hidalgo.
One of the all-time great games you'll ever see from Hannah Hidalgo. Here's De Jesus. Inside Coles, the finish. 41 points and 13 steals. Not to mention the 9 rebounds that aren't even on the graph. It'll be curious to see if she comes back in the game in this fourth quarter with it being a 26-point game and the Irish keeping up the aggression. Radigan defends McGuff, who swings to the corner. Weigel nearly turned it over. Clark now on the attack, and she's fouled. Clark is an 85.7% free throw shooter. Sophomore from Toledo, Ohio, is the second leading scorer for the Zips this season. Misses the second free throw. Battle for the rebound. Akron has it. They can hold for one shot. Weigel in the corner to McGuff, defended by Moore. Here she comes on the drive. Hoists it up. Misses it short. Sanchez the rebound. And an immediate jump ball. Possession arrows with the Zips.
Make their way to the basket, and now an inbounds play for them.
They get it in for Mitchell. Gotta get one up. Brew. And missed it. Where Hannah Hidalgo has absolutely dominated the game for the Irish. 41 points, 13 steals.
The Hannah Hidalgo show. I mean, seeing her teammates, seeing those steals, seeing the basket, she sees it all over the floor. Absolute dominant. You know, breaking her own records. You know, tying the records. She's everywhere, and just an impressive performance overall. Really heating things up for the Irish.
She starts the fourth quarter on the bench, which is notable because she's very close to breaking a couple of records. With one more point, she would break the Notre Dame program record for points in a game, and with another steal, she would tie the NCAA record for steals in a game. 30 minutes so far. Bransford to Jesus, open for 3, and she misses it. Sanchez, battle for the rebound in the corner, and it's Akron basketball. Mitchell inbounding for the Zips. They work it over to the corner. Now top of the key is Brew. Working on Radigan, fading away and banking it in. 10 on the shot clock. Takes a screen from Sanchez. Has the switch. De Jesus for 3. No good. Rebound, Prosper. Out for Hidalgo. Thought about the 3. Trying to find Sanchez, and does. Sanchez the fadeaway, and the shooters roll. Third assist of the game for Hidalgo. 8th point for Sanchez. who's had a nice night, as you see there. 8 points, 8 rebounds. Hidalgo has a steal. That ties the NCAA record. Prosper pays it off on the other end. 14 steals by Hannah Hidalgo. As Hidalgo rewriting record books tonight, and she's in transition here. 2-on-1 with DeJesus. Drops it off, and Hidalgo has the record for Notre Dame. 43 points on a historic night for Hannah Hidalgo. If you're watching this game, just take a second to admire how special it is what you're seeing tonight. And another steal. That's the record. She stands alone, and she's fouled.
Amazing. I mean, talk about on cue. Oh my goodness. Look at that clean steal, and takes it right up as she does, doing what she does, and here she is at the line.
Misses the first free throw there. Breaks an NCAA record that had stood, again, for 27 years. Steals in a game. And another one nearly. She's chasing, and she has her 16th on the breakaway, and she turns it over that time. Notre Dame in the middle of a 7-0 run. Akron trying to snap their dry spell. Tapping it. Turbang. Fires it across court. DeJesus the steal. Here she comes on the break, and she's fouled. An 8, normally not bad for Akron. That's actually 2 more than their season average. But when the other team has 29, as Prosper is blocked, or fouled, excuse me, at a late whistle. She rolls in the first free throw. And missed the second one. DeJesus defending on the right side. McGuff up through contact, and she's fouled. And hits the second. DeJesus over for Prosper. Long pass for Moore. Open three-pointer. Missed it. And a foul on Moore. But the Notre Dame defense has been excellent at creating havoc, generating steals, and getting some easy opportunities on the break. Callaway, step back 3. She hits. Deep 2, actually, for Callaway. DeJesus stepping back inside. It's Coles. And the easy banker.
To the forward position there on the inside, and they're able to do that in that last position.
Whistle and wholesale changes for both teams. Sanchez trying to set up the offense. Her pass to Prosper was deflected, but a foul on Mitchell. It's a 3rd foul on Mitchell. Prosper misses the first free throw. She was the only Power 4 player with a perfect free throw percentage on 10 or more attempts.
Well, she went 8 for 8 in the last game.
Smith trying to follow on defense, and Callaway misses short. Notre Dame still trying to push the pace with 2 minutes to go. Out of Moore now. Radigan. Sanchez. Prosper banks it home. And good finish to pay it off as well. Here's a 3, and here's a make. Radigan. We'll get it to Prosper again. From the elbow. Well, that's nice from Prosper. Silky mid-range jumper here at Purcell Pavilion. Callaway the turnaround, and Callaway the make. Ryan Gensler and Niele Ivey shake hands over at midcourt. as the Irish will win this one 85-58 and get to 3-0 on the season. The story of the night, Anna Hidalgo, an all-time performance for Notre Dame with 44 points, 16 steals, and 9 rebounds in just 28 minutes. Molly, she's got to be the story.